Thank you for purchasing your C8 Corvette Upper HTC Engine Window Kit by Falcon Design. This instructional video will guide you through the basic steps of installing your C8 Corvette Hardtop Convertible upper and lower engine windows. Make sure you watch this entire video before beginning installation. The lower window panel is attached to the car using the 3M trim lock installed around the perimeter of both the panel and the car. Use the included adhesive promoter to clean the surface and then adhere the 3M product to the car as shown. The snap lock allows the panel to quickly be installed and removed without having to utilize a large number of screws to attach the panel. Simply push down around the perimeter to click into place. Install one screw on each side of the panel for extra security. For easy access to the deck panel, it is recommended to remove the trunk lid to better position yourself to work inside the trunk for the window fabrication. You must also remove the heat vent screen. Before removing the trunk lid, it is best to describe or accurately mark the hinge locations and the latch location on the underside of the panel to make sure you return it to the exact position when bolting it back on. Remove the latch from the trunk and place it in its receiver. This will allow the deck to move up and down by making the car signal a closed trunk. The next step is to mark the locations where the window frame will be set. The rear-facing radius will match up flush with the deck, and the forward location will be centered between the two nacelles. You can then run a tape line along the side from the front upper corner all the way to the inner corner of the vent cavity as shown. Mask off the entire perimeter so that the window frame has a perimeter location reference on all sides. This also protects the immediately surrounding paint surfaces. Next, mark all 5 window openings with a Sharpie using the window frame as a template. Once the window frame openings are marked, use the provided glass to mark the openings required for the glass to pass through. The smaller sized windows will be toward the front and the slightly larger sized toward the rear. Using them as a template, lay them over the window frame, marking equal distances side to side, then fore and aft with a Sharpie. Raise the deck in service mode to begin fabrication. Protect the lower surface and quarter panels. Place a cardboard covering to protect the surface from impact of falling pieces. Using a handheld rotozip tool, install a carbide burr grinding bit to cut the deck surface. A burr grinding bit will provide the best control for smooth cutting without the cutter wanting to take off in different directions. Position yourself inside the trunk and begin cutting out the window openings along the marked lines. When cutting, stay as close to the lines as possible without passing over. This is a rough cut, and the sanding process will make the openings more precise. It is best if someone can use a shop vac and stay close to the cutter to keep all of the dust away during the cut. Most of the panel cutting will be about 1/8 of an inch thick, but there are also reinforced frame sections of the panel that must be cut through as a deeper secondary cut. If you happen to accidentally pass over your marked line a little bit, don't fret. This will not affect the end result of the final product. The finished saw cut should look something like this. The next step is to remove the reinforced sections of the fiberglass structure from the skin panel. Here, a diagonal cut from corner to corner is required. The cut must be made without cutting the outer skin panel. After the inner structure is cut on both sides, carefully break the glue bond on the upper side to separate it from the outer skin panel. Using 36 grit sandpaper and a cylinder-shaped sanding block, precisely grind the window opening and perfect the cutout. small glass windows should pass through the opening without more than a 1/16 of an inch gap around the perimeter. Grind away excess glue from under the skin panel to clean up the surface. Clean up and prep the area with degreasing solvents and wipe adhesion promoter on the areas where the double-sided tape will be attached. This will be on the front and back of all the small windows, including down in the cavity of the rear windows. Next, we will install the included window seats as shown in the following diagram. Remove the double-sided tape from the small window platforms and adhere them in their respective areas as shown. Using the tape as a guide, there should only be 1/4 of an inch of overhang into the window opening to support the glass. Close the deck and install protection inside the hardtop compartment. Place the small glass in its assigned areas. Place the window frame in its exact location and use it as a template to drill 4 3/16 inch pop rivet holes through the deck for mounting the frame. The holes are pre-drilled in the window frame near the 4 corners of the large window opening. Once everything has been test fitted, mask off the entire outer surface. Mask the surrounding surface of the underside deck panel and prep the surface for paint. Paint all inner edges carbon flash to match the rest of the inner deck surface. On cars other than black, install the pre-cut carbon flash wrap between the marks of the original tape line right above the vent opening. The wrap should fall in the valley of the vent opening cavity and travel up the deck along the tape line about 3 inches. Temporarily tape the small glass windows in the center of their openings. Seal the perimeter gap with the included 3M windshield adhesive along all 4 windows. If excessive glue gets on the glass, wait 24 hours and scrape the glass clean with a razor blade to clean up all excessive glue. Next, lay a 3/8 inch thick diameter bead of windshield adhesive around the perimeter of the large opening. Then place the window frame in its location and pop rivet the frame to the deck with the included pop rivets. Wipe clean all excessive glue. Cut the windshield adhesive nozzle in a 1/2 inch high teepee style extrusion and lay a bead in the frame around the perimeter of the outer window glass to bond the large outer glass in place. Place the outer glass in its location and press down so it's evenly set along the perimeter and back edge. After allowing 24 hours to dry, raise the deck lid and install the included 1/2 inch wide trim around the entire perimeter of the inside seam. Additional adhesive may be required. Reassemble the deck vent and trunk lid and your engine window installation is now complete.